And we're here for another Wisdom Wednesdays with your boy, which Brandino Wolfenstino. Hi, I'm Brandino Wolfenstino, and I'm coming to you live from my bedroom again. So, this week on Wisdom Wednesdays. Sure, there was a 2-week hiatus. I was going to do a Back to the Future one last week. Mainly because those last 2 Wisdom Wednesdays were crapping out on me and I was kind of pissed about it. So I was going to throw something together where I combined both of those into one and then did the final wisdom on the end. But the week got past me and, I was doing a lot of stuff. Blah, 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 blah. So, Wisdom Wednesday is coming back now. So, the thing that happened this week is, well, not even that it happened this week. It happened last week. Your boy is employed again because I have this job that I was working at a lot, which had me working basically 7 days a week. I'd complain about it on numerous videos. But the only thing was I tried to make sure that I at least tried to fit some type of time slot in so that I could do the videos and post them and then get them up in a timely fashion so that they would actually be on the days that I said they were going to be on. But there would be one day I'd get home and I wouldn't do any videos. There'd be another day when I'd wake up and I wouldn't edit them, and then they would get past me and then I'd have to do homework and then I'd be going to work and, this, that, and the third. So with this new job, it's going to have me up way early in the morning, earlier than I like to wake up. The dawn rises, but BD don't rise. I rise with the moon, alright? I'm a night person. But because of the job, I'm going to be rising with the dawn soon enough. So I guess the time has come. So, with a new job, I'm going to be there in the morning, and then I get out in the afternoon. Hopefully, my boss won't give me too much overtime because, I'm trying to stay away from it. I'd like to keep my weekends to myself and my after work to myself instead of overworking myself again. If you can't tell already, I'm kind of sick. But what I learned this week is just that opportunities present themselves, and if they actually are good opportunities, they will re-present themselves. So there is, in most things, where they say when your chance comes, you better take it or it'll never come again. No, I don't want to hear that. What I think is that when your chance to do something comes, it comes. It'll be there, but the only problem is if you don't follow it then, technically it'll still be there. The only downfall to not following it then is that somebody will do it, and then you'll be pissed because you were going to do it, but you didn't, and now you're going to try to, but then it's going to look like you're copying them, which everything in life is just a copy of the next person. There's originality through copying. So it's like you scanning in a picture and then editing it slightly so that it's your own work, even though you took it from another picture. Anyway, but just like with YouTube, just like I'm doing Vine. So if you see Brandino Heat, check it out. I'm funny sometimes, but I'm doing Vines. I'm doing YouTube. I'm trying to spread myself around. I'm trying to get out there into something to where somebody can hear this soulful, lovely voice that is made for radio, maybe at some point in my life, or maybe made for a character out there that nobody knows. And when the time comes, your boy will be there. But I'm trying to get my voice out there and trying to get me out there so that I can kind of come out my shell. 1, 2, I'll have something to do, because most of the time I'm sitting at home doing nothing. And what used to happen was, over the summer especially, there'd be long stretches of time where I'm just home doing nothing, and you have that feeling, especially when you're not working, as like a young adult or an adult, you have that feeling of like, unless you really need to relax, because they got those workaholics out there. They want to work every day, and when they relax, they just feel like they're getting stabbed by the relaxation knife, like it's killing them slow, so they have to get back to work. But for me, I like to relax, but when it's time to go to work, I go to work. So what I learned this week was that opportunities, they present themselves, and even if you miss it, if they are the correct opportunity, it will present itself. And I lucked out in getting another job, even though I was in a job already. This job is a little closer to what I would like to do. It's a skill that I wanted to learn, and also might be a little bit more interesting. I might have a connection to something that I can get some stuff done with. And also, I'll be making a little more money, so I won't have to, be in this room. I can actually have an apartment and then have my own room, and then you'll see way more posters on the wall, and then I'll actually have my manga shelf, and then you'll see everything else. So it's just an opportunity that presented itself, and that I took finally, because I was sitting here thinking that I could just jump into my career. Now, one of my friends, which I'm hoping that eventually, meaning like next month, somebody calls him and gives him a job in what he's been looking for, because he's been working, at least from what I've seen, he goes at it when it's time to get what he wants to get. And he had his job once that was in his career. He flubbed it, but really he shouldn't have got kicked out. Somebody else should have, but that's how the working world likes to do sometimes. But he works really hard, and to see like somebody like him, who is a hard worker, out here struggling to get it, and then you got somebody like me, not saying that I don't work hard, but sometimes I just go where it goes. I go with the flow. Like, I just do what in the moment seems the most correct, and sometimes it works out. I wish I could spread some of this onto him, but I don't know exactly what it is. But seeing something like that, and then also I caught a taste of it myself, because the one week I had a week where I was doing midnight shifts, which means I had the whole day, which means I could have got off at 7 in the morning, went to some place and started applying and everything, and then got home, slept, and then went to work. I was doing videos that week, but the thing that I noticed was that in the field that I wanted to work in, I needed to send in my resume, and my resume has been updated. So, and plus I don't have Word on my computer. I know, right? Whoa, he doesn't have Word, but he has, Premiere Pro. It's from college. But I don't have Word on this computer, and I don't have another laptop, so I've been trying to get parts for my other desktop so that I can actually have Word or whatever, so I can edit this stuff. But I haven't done a lot of that stuff, and when they said like, oh, you got to send in your resume, and then we'll give you a date, so I'm like, so really I should have sent in my resume like weeks ago, and then hopefully landed on this week, but I didn't know that I was gonna have this week to begin with, so it wasn't even like I could have planned to this week, because I didn't know it was gonna come. But in that week of time, I did two things. I sent my resume with somebody to this job that I have now, and I sent a really horrible letter to Game Grumps out wherever they're at in California, because I love their show, I love what they do, and I would love to work on something like that, because it would be way close to my field, because I love the game. But I felt really bad when I sent it to Game Grumps, because I just sent like this random email that basically looked like I'm drunk. It wasn't, like, business-wise, if you were a legitimate owner of a business and somebody sent you this, like, I looked, after I already pressed send, you do something and then you send it out, like kind of those text messages you wish you took back. That was basically this email. And I was like, oh. And every time I'd, like, think about it, I'd be like, oh, they're probably not going to laugh. They're going to think I'm dumb. Oh, they're probably not going to read it. Or if they do read it, they're going to be like, is this guy serious? No, we're not going to hire him. And I was feeling really bad after I sent it. I kind of want to send them another letter. I don't even know if they read the first one because I didn't get a reply yet. Which expectedly they're doing their show and they're probably doing billions of other things. Like I know Aaron's been doing a lot of voiceovers for stuff. I know Dan's traveling with his band sometimes. You know, Barry and Ross are doing their thing. You know, Susie's got her channels and her side projects. You know, it's not like they're in there doing nothing. So for them to swipe through all of their emails to find one that says, "Hey, give me a job," you know, they're probably not gonna pick that up. But I mean, I wish they would reply at least just to tell me like, "Hey, you know, this email was stupid. We're not gonna give you a job, but you know, we kind of laughed." At least something. But I'm not complaining about that. But it's just that, you know, I kind of wish. It's like when you wish you were a certain way already, so that you wouldn't have to learn a lesson. You could kind of just be there. So, all in all, my wisdom for the week, because clearly I've been rambling. Never think that an opportunity that you have is not going to present itself again. Don't think that. Now, sure, at the time when it does present itself is probably the pivotal time to do it. Yes, because I was doing YouTube like, I want to say in 2010, right before people was popping. Like, before the Markipliers, before the Superwomen, before the King of Lightnings and Forever Worlds. Well, probably not before that. They were probably out already. But, you know, before, like, people that I watch, before the Game Grumps, before, like, I was on it. I was doing videos. But the only thing is that, one, I didn't find the time. Two, stupid girls were clouding my judgment. Which right now, I can say I literally put girls, like, chasing them, talking about them, even, like, my friends, I have friends that are girls, but, like, literally, like, trying to be with them. Yo, that shit is on the shelf. I'm done with that. It's a wrap because, you know, I'm tired of all that. Anyway, but I'm sad that it happened now. I wish it happened then because I was on it. I would have been doing videos, even though they probably would have been copy videos of somebody else. But it would have been funny. Like, I kind of had a little bit of something, but maybe my jokes wouldn't have been punching. But, you know, I get better with age. But I probably would have did something, and then, who knows, I could have been a million. But there's no time for couldas and wouldas. It's what you're doing now. And, like I said, when the opportunity, destiny presents itself again, try not to miss it because you never know how long it's going to take to finish going around its stops and picking up other people and then coming back to you. So, I mean, I don't know if, you know, destiny's going to put me somewhere nice, but the thing I'm seeing a really cool pattern in is if you work hard enough and you give it your all and you're actually talented, which I don't know if I'm actually talented, but if you're all of those things, give it 2 years. If you can stand it for 2 years, you'll make it somewhere. And then, you know, you don't have to try anymore. It'll just come out of you. But that's all for my wisdom. I hope you liked the video. And don't let the fact that sometimes when you miss your chance, it burns deeper than the harshest of burns get you down. Because just like a burn, the sun, the dawn, the sky, everything will rise in the fiery greatness of a new day. That thing would be to subscribe. Gonna go very far. Last week's Wisdom Wednesdays, and I'm just gonna have like all of the chapters kind of like riddled all over the top here because I'm trying to get these Wisdom Wednesdays kind of like popping in the front because there was a lot before and some of them were kind of cool, especially last week's. which was like a spoken word talking about stuff that everybody knows about, the money. So check it out. Thanks for watching.